So when gx... Yes. Give you. So when gx is divided by this is the divisor, isn't it? This is the divisor. Yep. And then we have the remainder bx plus c. So that we can write gx is equal to what? So gx can be writing as...
gx equals to the 3x squared plus ax times the quotient, isn't it? But you can think the quotient times the 3x squared, and the maximum power is still 2. So the quotient must be just a constant. So that times a k. And then you plus bx plus c, isn't it? Is this okay? Okay. So now we consider this fx minus gx. So we can consider fx minus gx. So what we have is, I don't need to use this, isn't it? Because the fx can be written as 3x squared plus ax minus 4 times the quotient. The quotient is this, 3x minus 23. And then you can plus bx plus c. And then you minus the gx. So you minus gx minus the whole thing here. Minus k times 3x squared plus ax minus 4. And then you need to, this is plus, so you need to change the plus to minus bx plus c. Is this okay? So the whole thing here is fx minus gx. So now you can see from here bx plus c minus bx plus c. So the whole thing can be cancelled out. So what we left just equal to this times this minus k times this. You can see this is the common factor, isn't it? I highlight it. So 3x squared plus ax minus 4, that is actually the common factor. So that I can take it out. So I have 3x squared plus ax minus 4 times 3x minus 23 minus k. So now we have this, fx minus gx is equal to the whole thing here. So do you think it's divisible by 3x squared plus ax minus 4? Yeah.
Yes, because it's something times something. Then both of it is the factor, and it's divisible by it. So we can say it is divisible. Okay? So B2, someone claims that all the roots are integer. So what are we going to do?
Use the root formula or something.
So you just consider, again we consider starting from what? We're just starting from this equal to 0, isn't it?
Yeah.
So it's starting from, consider fx minus gx is equal to 0. So which means that I can just replace the fx minus gx by these two things times together. So now I have 3x squared plus ax minus 4 times 3x minus 23 minus k equal to 0. When two things times together equal 0, now we have what? We have two things times together equal to 0. One of them equal to 0. So 3x squared, a is just 6, so 6x minus 4 equal to 0, or 3x minus 23 minus k equal to 0. So now you can just use the formula 1. The x is equal to 0.5275, isn't it? 0.527 something. So this is not the integer. Do you still need to calculate the rest? No, because they're asking, are they all integer? No. All the roots. So if one of the roots is not integer, then the claim is
False.
Is wrong. Okay? So not all the roots are integer. Okay? This type of the question, polynomial question, is in A2, the easiest question to do. So don't give it up. Okay, they always ask like this format. Eddie, okay? You think so? Can you get a equal to 6? Did you do that?
I only did the equation. I didn't finish the answer.
Let me see. Then do you know what you need to do?
Yeah.
You expand the bracket and then compare the coefficient.
Yep.
Okay. Alright, have you done the next questions? I'll give you 3 minutes to think about it. Next questions. 5 minutes, 5 minutes. John, have you done question 14? John, have you done question 14? Huh? Okay.
surface area plus
Right, done. Part A.
yep.
Part A okay.
Yeah.
Not okay. Pi RL.
It is pi r.
Parallel.
Pi RL. The curved surface area is pi RL. Okay, keep doing it.
It is pi r.
Finish. Oh. You mean the answer? The radius? Small radius. Small radius is 7. 7. Our part A. Eddie, can you get part A?
Yes.
What's the answer?
72.
72. So all of you can get part A, isn't it?
Yep.
Okay. So the height is equal to 72. So for part B, the circular cone is divided into the right circular cone X and a frustum Y. So this is the original big one. So this is the original big one, the big cone. And then it's divided becomes the smaller cone and a frustum. The frustum. So this is X, this is Y. And one thing you need to realize is this two similar?
No.
Is this two similar?
Yeah.
Yes, they must be similar, okay? So these two, they are actually similar. So that's the thing you need to have. So now you have the ratio of the curved surface area X to Y. The curved surface area is the area, not the volume, okay? The area is 1 to 8, which means that this is the area of X is equal to 1, and the area of Y is equal to 8. Then the area of the total is equal to area of the die is equal to 9, isn't it? Okay? So now we have A die divided by A psi. Psi is the X, okay? AX is equal to 9 over 1, which should be equal to the length of the big one divided by the length of the X. Length means any length. The radius, the height, the stance height, all of them should be in the ratio. Okay? And take the square. So we have the length of the big one is equal to 3 times of the smaller one. That's the relationship. Okay? So originally the big cone's radius is equal to what?
21.
This is 21, and then the height is equal to 72. So that we have the R, the big is equal to 21, which means that the R of X is equal to 7, because 21 divided by 3, giving you 7. And then the height of the big one is equal to 72, which means that the height of the smaller one is equal to 24. Because we have this relationship that any length ratio is equal to 3 to 1. So this is 3 to 1, 3 to 1, isn't it? Is this okay? So now you need to find out the volume of Y. The Y, which means is the frustum. So using the large volume minus the smaller volume. So the volume of Y is equal to the volume of the big one minus the volume of the X. Then what is the volume of the cone? What's the formula of the volume of the cone? 1 over 3 pi r squared h. So minus 1 over 3 pi r x squared hx. So the radius of the big one is equal to 21 squared times the height, which is 72, minus 1 over 3 pi, small one is 7 squared, times 24. So the answer is equal to 10192 pi. You need to understand. Okay, not just copy it down, okay, Eddie?
Okay? So B2. B2 is asking about what? Two identical frustum Y are melted and recast into the solar sphere. What's the meaning of melted and recast?
Like their total volume is.
The total volume of this frustum and the sphere, that should be the same. So now we can say, for B2, we have the 2 times the volume of Y is equal to the volume of the sphere. Okay? So what's the volume of the frustum? You just calculate here, isn't it? So it's 101.192 pi. Then what's the volume of the sphere? What's the formula of the volume of the sphere?
4 pi r cubed.
4 over 3
Oh,
pi r cubed. Then you solve the equation, you can have the r is equal to a disgusting number. Or r cubed is equal to what? You get 81536 over 3. Okay? But the question is asking the diameter, not the radius. So the diameter is equal to 2r. Use your calculator, take the cubic roots, and then times 2. So the answer should be 60.1. Did I calculate it wrong? Why no one tell me?
yeah.
Oh, what?
Huh? Huh? I called it wrong, but no one tell me. Huh? 唔好照抄啦。
Oh, it was 152.
Huh?
No, I was calculating it like,
Huh? I make that mistake. 49.1. Okay? I times the 4 and divide by 3. I should times 3 divided by 4. If you got different answer as mine, then say it.
I don't know, sir. Don't trust myself.
Don't trust me. Trust yourself. Okay? You are the one to take the exam, not me. Okay? So 5 minutes for the next questions.
Yep. Okay, so we have to think about it.
係啊，49.6啊。
I'm wrong at the waist.
I just think of all the different combinations, okay?
How many 5 balls? How many different combinations are there? Now you choose 3 out of 5. So there should be only one combination.
You don't know they need to think, man.
I got 0.6.
13 over 40.
0.2, 3.5.
Let's see
That's
what's right.
0.6.
Let's see what's right.
I'll probably go.
I don't think I'm right.
There's 13 here.
15A. Easy.
What you get?
This one.
15 here?
Okay, finished? So what's the answer of A?
1/6.
Number 6.
1/6. Why? Oh, sorry. Oh, không ra.得。唔教你啲名。
You still have some other names.
嚇
You still have to mark the names?
？Why?
I thought
It's
it was-
extra.
Yeah, I thought this was extra.
咁佢兩個點算啊？We went to AIA. They told me, but
Who went to AI?
Gary.唉，算啦，是但。 So that's just gonna be. I forgot. What's the answer? 1/6. Puppy?
Part B.
Yeah, puppy. What's puppy's answer?
13/40.
29/60.
29/60.
Anyone get it correct? Me. Do you get it? Okay. Can all of you get 1/6?
Yep.
It's enough. Okay?
Enough? What?
Enough in DSE to get part A correct.
Oh.
Okay? If you don't know how to do part B, then what I taught you.
1 minus
1 minus it, but obviously it's wrong this time, but just try. Don't just blank it, okay? So let's think about how to do it. So, first of all, we have two cases, isn't it? So we have the box. Originally, we have the box, and there's 5 red and 4 black. After that, we need to take how many balls? We take 2 balls. Take 2.
sorry.
We take 2 balls, isn't it? We take 2 balls. We take out the 2 balls from the box and then put it into the bag. Put it into the bag. And then how many are there originally?
3.
We have 3 red. And then we take 3 balls. And then we want the probability of 2 of the 3 balls are the same color. Okay? So we have 2 decisions. This is the first decision. This is the second decision. So we consider them case by case. So first of all, for the 2 balls, what's going to be the situations that can have? How many cases that we have?
9C2.
No, I mean how many cases?
Okay, so 2.
For these 2 balls can be 2
Black, 2 red.
can be 2 black or
2 red.
2 red or
One
1
black.
black, 1 red.
Yeah.
Okay, so we have 3 cases. Then how we calculate the probability of 2 black? So-
92.
1/6.
So probability of 2 black is equal to 1/6. And then the probability of 2 red is equal to 5 balls, you choose for 2, and then you divide by
92.
9C2. So that's giving you 5/18. 5/18. And then for the last one, 1 black, 1 red is going to be... What's the answer for that? How are you going to calculate it? So,
Black.
4C1.
so 4C1 times 5C1
Yeah.
divided by
Divided by 9C2.
9C2.
Yeah.
Because in this particular case, the black is the first decision. You choose which ball. At the same time, to do the second decision, which red ball to choose. So that must be used times. That's different decision being made it. Because this is coming at the same time. But these 3 things can happen at the same time. When the things cannot happen at the same time, it's different cases. But for this case, these 2 balls that come out at the same time. So that's different decision. Okay? Or, these 3 cases plus together must be equal to 1. So this is just equal to 1 minus this minus this. So the answer is equal to... It's giving you 5/9. So this is equal to 5/9. Is this okay for you? So this is the first case, the second case, and the third case. If the first case is happened, given that the first case is happened, then how many balls we have in the second bag?
3 red, 2 black.
So now we have 3 red and 2 black.
Yeah.
The things that we want is only 2 of the 3 balls are the same color. So that the possible cases is going to be, they still have 2 cases. It can be
2 red.
2 red, 1 black, or
2 black.
2 black, 1 red. Then what's the probability of 2 red, 1 black? What's the probability of 2 red, 1 black?
3C.
3C2
2C.
times 2C1 divided by 5C3.
Yeah.
5C3. And then for this one,
2C2
2C2 times
3C1
3C1 divided by
5C.
5C3. That's the first case. Given that this has happened, then you still have these two different cases. So you calculate again. And then we need to consider about the second case. We consider about the second case. Given that we have two red, it's happened already, then what's the balls that we have now?
5 reds.
5 red. But you think, out of these 5 red balls, can we have 2 different color?
No.
So the probability of 2 different color is equal to
0.
is 0, just 0. So don't need to consider, do you still need to consider the second case?
No.
Don't need to consider the second case. Cross it out. Okay? And then after that, for the third case, after 1 black, 1 red is being taken out, then what's the balls that we have? Originally we have 3 red, 4 red,
1 black.
1 black. So what's the possible cases to have 2 different color?
3C
2 red, 1 black. Can we have 2 black?
2
No.
No, because only 1 black is possible. Then what's the probability for this one?
4C2
4C2 times
1
1C1 divided by 5C3. So you calculate out what's this equal to. This is giving you 3乘2除5 6 over 10, 0.6. Then what's this equal to? What's this equal to? Three over 10, so 0.3. And then what's this equal to? Zero 0.6. 0.6. Okay. So now the final probability. So the probability is equal to. This is the first case. First case. Okay, second case. And then we have the third case.
plus
So this is 1 over 6. 1 over 6 times 0.6 plus 1 over 6 times 0.3 plus 5 over 9 times 0.6. Okay? The first case, the second case, the third case. Okay? So the answer is equal to 29 over 60. It seems like very hard, but just need to consider the case separately. Okay? You need to identify which one is different decision, which one is different cases. Okay? But if you can do part A, you can see part A is 2 mark, part B is also 2 mark. So if you can get part A's 2 marks, it's enough for section B. Okay? But if you have time, then try part B. If you don't have time, then just leave it. Okay? For those kind of part B questions, you just leave it first. If you have time, then come back and do it. Okay? Okay, all done? Or question 16. For the questions I highlighted, those you don't need to do, but I will teach some of them as well. But for part A, it's going to be easy. Before I do this, and to teach you back something, do you remember if we have ax squared plus bx plus c equal to 0, this is a quadratic equation, isn't it? If we have the root, what's the meaning of the root? You solve for the x, isn't it? So if the root is going to be alpha and beta, if we have the roots alpha and beta, then what is the sum of the roots? Alpha plus beta is equal to minus b over a. And what is the product of the c over a? So that's the things we need to know in this question. Okay? So for part A, it's given that we have p and 5p are the roots of the equation of this, where a and b are real constant, to prove something very weird. But when they're asking about something about the roots, they're giving the roots, then you can consider about the sum of the roots and the product of roots, isn't it? So by using the sum of roots, what we have, the sum of roots giving you is p plus 5p first, p plus 5p, which is equal to negative 4a. So that we have 6p is equal to negative 4a. Make p be the subject, we have negative 2 over 3a. Okay, you can see from here, this equation is something we want to prove. Do we have the p there? We don't have the p, so we finally need to replace the p by something. Okay? Then if we consider about the product of the roots, then what we have? You times these two things together, you times the roots together, the products of the roots, then you can have, but these two things times together giving you
5p squared.
5p squared should be equal to c over a, so c over a giving you 5b, so that we have p squared is equal to b. Then what you think is the next step? I don't want the p, so you can replace the p squared p by negative 2 over 3b, 3a. So we have negative 2 over 3a, take the square, equal to b. And then expand the bracket, we have 4a squared over 9 equal to b, so that we have 4a squared equal to 9b. Okay? It's not that hard. Okay? Is that okay with these questions? Jong-woo? I'm okay. Understand?
2 over 3a squared equals to t.
This step? Which part you don't understand? Is this one okay? Is this one okay? I replace the p by this. I substitute it. I take the square. Eddie, okay? You need to think. It's not something hard.
Really?
You can't think it's hard. Do you understand this?
Yeah, this I understand.
Can you get this equation?
Yeah.
Can you get this equation? Why? Do you understand this?
Yeah.
Alpha plus b, the sum of the roots, is negative b over a. Alpha beta, the product of roots, is equal to c over a. This two is okay. So now the roots is b and 5b. The sum of the roots is 6p. 6p should be equal to negative b over a. Negative 4a over the a is 1. So negative 4a. Okay, so you get this. And now you consider the product of roots. P times 5p giving you
6p.
times
5p squared.
5p squared. So 5p squared equal to the sum, the product of roots is c over a, isn't it? C over a, c over a. So 5b over 1, 5b. So you eliminate the 5, you have p squared equal to b. Okay? Okay here? And now, I replace the p by, p is equal to this.
Yep.
So I replace the p by this number. So you have the whole thing squared equal to b. Then you expand the bracket. You put a 2 here. So 2 squared giving you 4. A squared is a squared. 9 squared giving you 9. 3 squared giving you 9. Negative squared giving you positive. So we have this. Okay, is this hard? No.
No.
You just need to use your brain to think. Okay? And then part B. So part B, we have a circle. This is the circle, and we have a straight line. Okay, and m is greater than 1. What is the meaning of m is greater than 1?
Slope.
The slope is positive.
Yeah.
So the circle is just a circle. You draw a circle here, and then you draw a straight line. Okay? So this is positive, so it's going to look like this. Okay? So now it's cut at the point P and point Q. Is this okay? And now we have OQ. So let's say O is the origin, isn't it? This is y equal to mx. So the y-intercept is equal to, the y-intercept is, normally the straight line equation is y equal to mx plus c. The c is 0. So the y-intercept is 0. So the straight line must passing through the origin. Is this okay? Alright? So now we have OQ. O, this is O, isn't it? This is the origin O. We have OQ is equal to 5OP. Is this part okay? OQ is equal to 5OP. Okay? So now if we draw the line here, if this is 1 to 5, then what is the ratio here? 1 to 5 as well. So this is 1, this is 5. If you let the x coordinates of P is small p, the x coordinates is small p, then what is the coordinates of Q? 5p. Can you see the relationship between this question and this question? The root is p and 5p. Okay? So now is the question how we find the intersection of these 2 points. If you want to find the intersection, just substitute the straight line equation into the circle equation. So how you substitute? We have y is equal to mx. So just substitute here. Replace the y by mx. Okay? So now I can just do it. So now I have x squared plus mx squared plus minus 12x plus 16y plus 5. I can replace the y by mx. And then I plus 5 equal to 0. So can you simplify it? Change into the general form. ax squared plus bx plus c. Jamie, that's the question you asked. That's the question you asked. Remember?
Yeah. I can't figure it out now.
Okay. So I expand this bracket. We have x squared plus what? M squared x squared minus 12x plus 16mx plus 5 equal to 0. Now I can take out the x squared as the common factor. So what we have, and then plus, I take out x, so we have
Plus 12, plus 16 minus 12.
16m
Yeah, 16.
minus 12.
Yeah.
16m minus 12 plus 5 equal to 0. So now you compare this equation and this equation. What's the difference? What's the difference? This is x. This is x squared times something. How I made? Divide the whole thing. So I have x squared plus x times any common factor here.
4.
I can take out a 4. So I have 4m minus 3 divided by 1 plus m squared. Okay? And I have plus 5 divided by 1 plus m squared equal to 0. Is this okay?
No.
No?
Nope, not okay.
John Woo, is this step okay?
X squared plus mx minus 12x plus 16x plus 5.
Is this okay? Do you understand here? No? So I just replace the y by mx. Because I'm trying to find out the intersection here. Okay? When you're finding the intersection, you need to combine those two straight line equations. Okay, so I replace the y by mx. You see? Replace the y by mx. Replace the y by mx. Is this okay?
Y by mx.
Because you need to find the intersection. Do you still remember? If you want to find out the intersection between these two straight lines, you are solving these two equations. So you substitute the y in one of the equations. Okay? So after I substitute in, and I change into the general form, I take out the x squared as the common factor. So I have 1 plus m squared. Is this okay?
1 plus m squared.
And then for this part, I take out x as the common factor. So I have 16m minus 12.
16m minus 12.
I'm okay. And then I plus the 5. And after that, you compare this equation with the part A's equation. You can see the coefficient of x squared should be 1. So that you divide it by 1 plus m squared. Okay. Okay? So now you have this new equation. Is that okay? So now we compare the equation. What is the value of A? What is the value of B?
4a equal to this equation.
So 4a is the coefficient of x. And the whole thing here is the coefficient of the x as well. But both of them have the 4. So I can eliminate the 4. So we can say, so A is equal to 4m minus 3 divided by 1 plus m squared. And similarly, what's going to be the B?
Okay, are you recording?
What's going to be the B? Huh?
Are you recording?
What's going to be the B?
The 5.
5b equal to 5 over 1 plus m squared. So that b just equal to 1 over 1 plus m squared. Is this okay?
Yeah.
Okay. Because we have from part A 4a squared equal to 9b, isn't it? Then I can just link them together. So because 4a squared equal to 9b, so what is a again? A is the whole thing here.
Square.
4m minus 3 divided by 1 plus m squared equal to 9b. What is b? 1 over 1 plus m squared. Then how you solve this equation? Eddie, how you solve this equation?
Expand? No?
Like if we have the fraction, it's hard to solve, isn't it?
Yeah.
So the fraction now is going to become to, the square can distribute it to the numerator and denominator separately. So I have 4m minus 3 squared divided by 1 plus m squared equal to 9 over 1 plus m squared. So I can just, I don't need to cross multiply because this two is the same. I can just move the whole thing to the right. So now I can say, I just move it now. Okay, I move it now, times it. And I just times it. So that's what we have. Strong with it, okay? So now we have the square and divide by it again. So what we left? This is squared. This is 1 plus m squared. So this one can be the square is being cancelled out. So what we left just equal to 9 times 1 plus m squared. Okay? So on the left hand side we copy down the rest. And then we can, now we don't have the fractions. Then we can expand the bracket. So we have 4 times
16
16m squared
minus
24m
plus 9.
plus 9 equal to 9 plus 9m squared. Expand the bracket again. 64m squared, 96m plus 36. Then you change back to the left hand side. So we have 55m squared minus 96m plus 27 equal to 0. Then can you use program 01? I mean formula 01. Can you use it? Okay, until this step, is this okay?
Yes.
Method anti more.
No, I got 70 or whatever and 0.6.
Something ugly, isn't it? 1.39, 0.352. Something very ugly, isn't it? And let's read the questions. Find n in third form. So can you use formula 1? So now into using the
B squared plus minus
x is equal to negative b plus or minus the square root of b squared minus 4ac
over to
a. Remember the formula?
Yep.
Okay? So ABC you have already, so just do it. Okay? So the m is equal to negative of negative 96 giving you positive 96 plus or minus the square root of 96 squared minus 4ac 4ac, and then you divide by 2a.
So is it 96 minus 96?
Well, 96 minus 96.
I mean, sorry, minus 96 plus minus.
Minus, negative b. Negative of the negative is positive. Okay? Okay? And then, so m is equal to 96 plus or minus the square root of, what's the whole thing in the square root equal to? Divided by 2 times 55, which is 110. Do you think it's finished?
No, we use two answers.
Hmm?
You should have two answers, right?
Yeah, you will reject for one, but you need to simplify your answer. It's not the simplest form. How you simplify this third?
Use calculator.
How you use calculator? You need to factorize this 3676. You remember how to factorize it? Use the short division. So what's the factor here you can use?
1, 0.
Huh? 1 and 0.
1, 1, 0.
110. You divide by 110, can you divide by 110? What's the factor of 3676?
2.
Yes, you can use 2 and then. But why don't you use 4?
How do you use 6?
Hmm?
How do you use 6?
What do you mean?
Yeah, you can.
How do you use the number 6?
You can just try one by one. You use 2, but trying to make the number smaller. 1, 6, 3, 8, and then you divide by 2 again, which is 819, and then you can divide by Can it still divide by 2? No, so we divide by 3. So this is 273. So you try again, divide by 3. It's okay, so 91.
Yeah.
91. So can 91 still divide it?
No, it's prime.
Is a prime number?
No.
It's no. Can divide by 7. 7 and 13. So that we have 3276 is equal to 2 squared times 9 squared times, 3 squared times 91, isn't it? And you take the square roots, the square and the square can cancel out with the square root.
7 and 13?
Huh?
Why not 7 squared and 13?
Because 7 and 13 just one number, you don't need to take the square root. You can't take the square root, just leave it there. So the answer should be equal to 2 times 3 giving you 6, square root is 91. Okay? So this is giving you 96 plus or minus 6 square root is 91 divided by 110. And then you can take out a 2 as the common factor. So you have 48 plus or minus 3 square root 91 divided by 55. Okay? Easy? Yes. Normally I will factorize from here. You can take out a 2, you can take out a 4, and you can take out a 9 here. It's much more easier from here. But choose your way. Okay? So you can plus or minus, so you need to reject 1. And this is m, isn't it? The m should be, remember m should be greater than 1.
Yes.
So after, if you do the minus, they must be smaller than 1, or it must be smaller than 1. So that the answer just equal to, so m is equal to 48 plus 3 squared 91 divided by 55. Okay? I still want to teach you this type of questions because if you only do the easy questions, if you get it wrong, then your level 3 is gone. Okay? And actually this is what we learned from here, is just using Form 4 topic. It's all about Form 4 topic. Isn't it? The sum of roots, product of roots, and then just solving the equation. Okay? So this part, I will only talk part A. Part B, you don't need to do. I'm not going to teach as well. So do you still remember the sine law, cosine law?
Yeah.
Sine law told you what? No, that's not SOHCAHTOA. SOHCAHTOA is the definition of sine and cosine tangent. The right angle triangle. But sine law, cosine law give you that. If this is big A, big B, big C,
The ratio is the same.
the ratio is the same. This is A.
Big A and the angle.
This is A, B, C. This is small a, small angle B, small angle C. So sine A over A equal to sine B over B equal to sine C over C. Okay? And the second law is the cosine law. Cosine law is the yeah, isn't it? The yeah. If you have A, B, C, and we have the theta here, A, B, C. So the C squared is equal to
A squared plus B squared.
A squared plus B squared minus 2AB cosine theta.
Over.
No,
You
over.
can really apply that.
Yes. If you wish. This is the yeah. If you want to calculate the opposite side, you're using the two lines that we have, and then with the angle in between. With these two formulas, you can calculate most of the questions in trigonometry. Okay? And it's just using the formula directly. So let's see. AB is equal to 45. AB is 45. AC is 50. And AD is 60. BC is 68. And BD is 75. And we still have an angle ACD. Where is it? ACD. ACD. This is angle ACD. So 70 degrees. Okay, so now we're trying to find out what is the angle BAC. Where is BAC? BAC, isn't it? So this is the angle that we want to find. And together with the angle CAD. CAD is this angle. Okay? You don't need to consider a 3D. You just consider the 2D part is fine. You locate this BAC. Okay, this is the BAC. You just draw it out. Just draw the diagram out. BAC. BAC. Now you change the 3D problems into a 2D problems. Then it's much more easier. Isn't it? So now we label AB is 45. This is 50. This is 68. Then how we find out the angle here?
Cosine law.
Yes, cosine law. You have three sides. You need to use cosine law. And this is the theta you want to find. So you use the yeah. This is your yeah, isn't it? Yeah. Okay? So the 68 is our longer side. So we can say 68 squared is equal to 45 squared plus 50 squared minus 2 times 45 times 50 cosine theta. And then use your calculator to find out what is theta equal to. So theta is equal to
91.3.
you remember what I said before? You need to, it's correct, but what I said is 91.260608885 dot. And it's approximately equal to 91.3 degrees. Remember what I said? Can all of you get this answer? You press again. You come and press for me.
Oh, it's 50. Oh, I don't know why I thought that's
45 square, yeah. How you press it right now? You can't press minus it right now, isn't it? You need to find the theta. That's the whole thing, to move it to the left. Move it to the right.
Okay.
You can't jump the step, man.
Okay.
You make cosine theta be the subject first. So 45 squared plus 50 squared. This is minus the whole thing here. You move it to the left hand side, becomes positive, and you move this to the right hand side, becomes negative. So minus 68 squared. And you divide it by this 2, 45, and 50, isn't it? 4 times 45 times 50. You calculate the cosine theta first.
Oh, because it's times cosine as well. Oh.
Okay? Get it? John, can you get it? So if you finish, then try to think about the other one. We're trying to find out what is the angle here, isn't it? So this angle, you need to look at which plane? The plane that we need to look at is ADC, isn't it? And then we can just draw it out. So draw ADC. ADC. What's the side that we have? AD is equal to 60. And we have AC is equal to 50. Anything else we have? Anything else we have?
AD.
D,
Angle ACB.
angle ACD, which is 70. Can we use this length BD? Is this useful?
No.
It's not useful because it's not on our plane. So you don't need to consider about that. Okay, so which law you need to find? Which law you need to use? What's the theta here? Sine law. But as we don't have the opposite side, isn't it? We have this side. What is the opposite angle? It's this. So you're trying to find out what is the angle here. And I can using the angle sum of triangle, isn't it? So now I can say sine angle ADC divided by what? Sine angle ADC divided by what side? Divided by 50, yes, divided by 50 is equal to sine of how many degrees? 70 divided by 60. So what is the value of angle ADC?
Something.
51.5
4, 3.
43 blah 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 blah. Okay, copy down the whole thing and you say this is run up to 51.5 degree. Okay? So by using the angle sum of triangle, you have angle, the required angle CAD is equal to 180 minus 70 minus 51.5, giving you 58.5 degree. Understand? Easy 4 marks. Okay? This is 4 marks. How many lines you have done? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, just do 4 lines. I'm not telling you jokes for the next 2 marks. This is the thing to write to get these 2 marks. Okay? You can see the whole thing here have no marks. 1 and 2. So you don't need to learn the 3D trigonometry. And it's not extremely hard, it's hard to think. But it's not worthy for you to get a level 4 or 5. Okay? So you don't need to do any of the 3D trigonometries. Okay? The 3D trigonometries, the 4 centers, you don't need to do it. Okay? But for probability, for the quadratic equations, solving the equations, or the next questions, those are the questions you can try in section B. Okay? But 3D trigonometry, just skip. Okay? Don't waste the time. Because sometimes when I do it, I get it wrong as well. So don't do it. If you have time, check the rest first. If you still have time, then check again. Because you don't know how to do it. Because I didn't teach. It's using some, you need to imagine the real 3D picture out. Then it's hard to think. Okay, so next part. The 18A is really easy, common difference. This is arithmetic sequence. What's the formula of an arithmetic sequence, Eddie?
What? A?
A plus A times n plus 1 bracket.
AN.
AN.
AN is equal to what? AN. The nth term is equal to
A plus N minus 1.
A plus n minus 1d. The A is the first term. The d is the difference. So now you have these 2 things, just substitute in and solve the equation.
Thirteen.
Yeah.
13. So can you get 13?
Yep.
Just use programmer 1, isn't it?
Yeah.
So D is equal to 13. You see EC 2 marks. Okay? So part B looks like hard, but it's still easy. Okay, so we define AN. Log 3 of GN is equal to AN. So we have log 3 of GN is equal to AN. So that GN is equal to what? GN is equal to,
Log.
if you don't want to log, then what you gonna say?
3.
Log 3x is equal to y, then x is equal to
3 to the power of y.
3 to the power of y, yes. Remembered? Okay? So I don't want this log 3 moving to the right becomes 3 to the power of an. Okay? So g1 just equal to 3 to the power of a1. And g2 and blah 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 is the same thing. Okay? So now we try to solve this equation. We copy this down. Log base 27 g1 times g2 times dot 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 times gn is greater than 8888.
This is
Huh? Which one?
what?
Which one?
The log. Oh, log 27.
So g1 can be changed to 3 to the power of
3 to the power of 1.
a1,
A1.
isn't it? And times g2 is equal to 3 to the power of a2 times 3 to the power of a3 times dot 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 times g3 3 to the power of a n. Is this okay? I just replaced the g1 by this 3 to the power of a1. I just use this definition. Okay? So, do you still remember if we have a to the power of n times a to the power of n, which is equal to
A plus n.
A plus mn.
m plus n. Then now we have the base is the same, so that we can just
Plus n.
plus all of the things together. So we have log 23, 3 to the power of a1 plus a2 plus a3 plus dot 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 plus an greater than 8888. Is this okay? So do you still remember the formula? If you have log a to the power of b is equal to
Log B. A.
No, B log.
b log a.
Yeah.
You can bring down the power, isn't it?
Yeah.
So the whole thing here is the power. You can just bring it down. And this is the sum of the nth term. This is the sum of the arithmetic sequence. Do you remember the formula?
Yeah.
2a plus n minus 1 d
Sn is equal to 2a plus n minus 1d times n over d, n over 2. Okay, so first of all, I can just bring the power here. So I can say this is Sn times log of 23, log 27 of 3 greater than 8888. But Sn can replace by 2a plus n minus 1 times d. What is d? D is 13 times n divided by 2. But what is a? What is the first term?
d 45.
45. So I can replace the a by 45. So replace 2 times 45 giving you 90. But now you think, what is log 27.3? Do you know how to use the calculator to calculate it? Remembered? How you find out this log 27.3? Okay? So log is here, isn't it? Okay, the base is 27, so you press 27 first. And then give a comma, and then give it 3. So this means the base is 27, and you want to calculate what is log 3. Okay, so the answer is giving you 1/3. Okay? Can you get it? So now we have 1/3 times 1/3 times 1/3 greater than 8888. Now this is the numerator, this is the denominator. I times the denominator here. 2 times 3 giving you 6. So now I have 90 plus 13 times n giving you 13n. 13 times -1 is negative 13 times n greater than 8888 times 6. Giving you 53328. And now I simplify it. 13n times n giving you 13n times n. 13n squared. 30 minus 13 giving you 90 minus 13 giving you 77. So minus 177n. And I move the number, the constant, to the left hand side. Minus 53328 greater than 0. So what's this? This is the quadratic inequality. Remembered? Sorry, this is plus. And then you need to find out the critical values. Remembered? Find out the critical values by using the formula 01. They didn't say in the third form, so you can just use formula 01. So 13, 977, negative 53328. So the critical value is going to be 61.2, and the second one is negative 67.1. Okay, remember what's the next step? No. Draw the graph. Remember, draw the graph. We have 2 points here. What's the left point? Negative 67.1. And what's the point here? 61.2. I want greater than 0. So I want this or this. Up or down? Up. So that's going to be the two-sided. This and this. But this is the value of n. Can n become a negative number? No. So you need to reject the negative. So you reject the negative. So the answer must be n is greater than 61.2. But n should be an integer. So that n is equal to n must be greater than 61.2. So the next number must be 62.
No need to find k. Find the leader of n.
What?
If you're finding n, we need to find k.
Sorry, just replace the n by k. Just replace all of n by k. Because I didn't see this as the k. Just replace all of the n by k. Okay? Just replace the n by k. Okay? Replace the n by k. Replace the n by k. Okay? Did you finish the multiple choice?
What?
Did you finish the multiple choice?
Yes,
Any question you want to ask? No, you know how to do all of them.
I figured it out.
Eddie, do you do all of them?
Not all of them.
Not all of them.
I have some questions.
some questions.
I have no idea.
No idea. Only 3 handed in.
Wow.
呢個俾我啦。